If I'm learning how to convert fractions to have the same denominator so they can be compared, there are two ways that you can do this. The first is the following. If you have something like 1/3 and you are comparing it with 1/6 and you're wanting to know which fraction is bigger, you will do the following. First, have a look. Can this smaller number go evenly into the larger number? Can 3 go evenly into 6? Yes, it can, because I know in the counting pattern I have 3 6, which means it can go evenly into 6 2 times. Therefore, I'm going to multiply 1/3 by 2/2. Underneath, I'm going to write what this equals. So I'm going to do 2 times 1, and this gives me 2. Then I'm going to do 2 times 3, which gives me the denominator of 6. Now I have the same denominator. This means I can compare them. So 2 6 is bigger than 1 6 because the numerator is the number 2. So therefore, I will use this symbol. If I have these two fractions which I need to compare, 5/6 and 3/4. First I look, can 4 go evenly into 6? 4, 8. No, it can't because it's not in the 4 counting pattern. So there are two ways that I can solve this. The first one, okay, is to multiply my 4 here by the denominator 6. So what I'm actually going to do is remember how we need to have the numerator and the denominator the same. So this one here, I'm going to do in red so you can see the difference, is going to be multiplied by 4, sorry, not 4. It's going to be multiplied by 6/6. So I've looked over here to see my 6, and I'm multiplying this side by 6/6. For this side, I'm going to multiply by 4/4. So this one I'm going to multiply by 4/4. So my answers to the following are 4 times 5, which gives me 20. Then I do 4 times 6, which gives me 24. Then I do the other side, 3 times 6, which gives me 18. And finally, I do 4 times 6, which gives me the denominator of 24. Now I have the same denominator, so I can compare them. Which is bigger, 20 or 18? Obviously, 20 is bigger, so my symbol will be as follows. 20 24ths is bigger than 18 24ths, or 5/6 is bigger than 3/4. When I'm dealing with fractions, I often want to find the lowest common denominator. So I can use my counting patterns to help me to find this. I look at the denominators and then I write this counting pattern out. So if I have the number 6, I will be thinking 6, 12, I might just stop at 18, and then I will look at 4 and count by 4s. 4, 8, 12. Oh, I can see that there is a common number. I can see the number 12 appears in both counting patterns. This will be known as my lowest common denominator. So, to do this, I need to use my knowledge of my multiplication. So here, if I'm thinking about my number 6, how many times did I multiply 6 by to get to 12? This was 1, 2. So on this side, I will multiply this by 2/2. Then I look here, my 4, how many times did I multiply to get to 12? It was 1, 2, 3. So this side, I'm going to multiply by 3/3. So here, I'm ready to multiply. So I go 2 times 5, which gives me a numerator of 10. Then I do 2 times 6, which gives me a denominator of 12. Now I do the other side, 3 times 3, which gives me 9, and then I do 4 times 3, which gives me 12. 10 twelfths is bigger than 9 twelfths, just like 5 sixths was bigger than 3 quarters. So now that I've got them in the simplest form, this is the way to find the lowest common denominator. The answer with comparing was still the same.